Excuse me. Carry on. Ow!
Sorry, sir.
Is Vecchio back yet?
He wouldn't go.
I told you to take him to the hospital.
He wouldn't go.
What's that?
What's what?
Your eye.
I took a puck. What happened to your thumb?
Never mind.
Sir, they got him. Kuzma, they got him.
Yeah! All right, yeah. Okay. They got Kuzma. You was bringing him in now.
5 minutes alone with him is all I want.
How's your ear?
Look, I'll live just 5 minutes.
No, you're off the case.
Wait, I'm off the case. Why, what? Why?
Huey's collar now.
Look, Kuzma was my collar. I had him.
Yeah, that's right. You had him and you lost him.
But he practically bit my ear off.
Exactly. Now go home.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Oh, yeah? You're fine, huh? Good. Make yourself useful. When the feds find out we got Kuzma, they're going to turn this into a circus, all right? Let's see how fast you can clean this room up.
How about a general amnesty? No. Okay, Stanley Smith, you are our next contestant on Prison Life. Come on down. You Stanley Smith? You stay. Okay, you can stay cuffed to the chair all day.
All right. Yeah, it's me. Come on. Cuffs are starting to hurt. Yo, what happened to your ear, man?
I ask too many stupid questions like that.
Right.
Hey!
Oh, settle down, son. Yo, man, what are you?
I'm a Canadian.
Thanks, Fraser.
You're welcome, Ray. What happened to your ear?
It's a long story. Michael Johnson here goes into number one.
Oh, just a second. Sorry, sir. This is a non-smoking environment.
Smoking? No, man!
You know, Ray, that thing with your ear, it kind of reminds me of a wrestling match I once saw on Great Slave Lake where Yukon John actually bit off Haystack Calhoun's ear. Although my friend Inusuka knew of such things, he said it was entirely fake and that the next night, Haystack Calhoun would bite off Yukon John's ear.
What is the point of that story?
It's just an ear anecdote.
Look, they are taking my collar. Adolf Kuzma is my collar.
Hey, y'all, man, what's up? You guys for real?
Hey, we ask the tough questions around here. Keep your feet off the table and shut up, Holmes. All right, possession of burglary tools, attempted theft, auto apprehended inside a 95 Mercedes 280 SL.
So I was just looking for a place to sleep, that's all.
So you broke into a $100,000 car?
Yeah, I did. Give me my lawyer.
Oh, you got no place to sleep, but you got a lawyer on retainer. That's a good one. Kuzma, you little freak show. Come on.
Hey, come out of here. Come on! Get him down, would you?
All right?
Yeah.
Jeez, like a zoo up in here.
What's going on?
Oh, dear.
Careful, Rick. Careful.
Like I'm gonna hurt him.
No. You're just standing on my foot.
Oh. Let's set him down. Whoa, sit down, sir. And sit down slowly. Sudden movements set him off.
Okay.
You know the guy?
No, I don't believe so.
What's with the whom?
Oh, it's just interesting smell.
Hey, you guys, man. You guys look a little busy, you know what I'm saying? Why not just split, man?
Look, shut up and sit down, or you go in the wall.
Yeah, right, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go get Welsh.
Why?
Well, obviously, we got a dead body here.
No, Rachel.
God. Oh my God, he killed him. Oh my God.
Give me 5 minutes.
Hey, listen, man. I know my rights, all right? I ain't got to stay in no room with no dead guy.
No, you don't. We can take you down to the cage and you can stay with the skinheads, the crackheads, and the bikers who are dusty. You prefer that?
All right. I'm cool.
You cool?
Yeah, I'll stay.
Well, that's nice.
His name is Guy Rank, and he's from the neighborhood. We heard that he was into a lot of bad stuff, but you hear a lot of things. He was okay. He was kind of funny, actually. He used to do these impressions of, you know, Mr. Frank Sinatra and stuff. Anyway, one night he asked me out for a drink. I thought we were going out for a drink. But I guess he thought we were going out for a drink. We got outside the house, and I could handle him at first because, you know, he wouldn't keep his hands off me, but then he really started to hurt me. And that's when Ray came outside. He just went crazy. He was like, Sonny in The Godfather. You remember? When Sonny found out that his sister Connie was being beaten up by Carlo. Ray was just like that. I had to pull him off so that guy could get out. Anyway, after that, he was just waiting for Guy to make a mistake. And when he found out that he was shaking down some of the local merchants, he hauled them in.
And you think Ray killed him? What makes you think that?
Because he said he was going to.
Man, what is that smell?
Dead guy, they smell.
No, that smell.
It's shellac. It's made out of bugs. It's very effective as a wood treatment for protecting wharf pilings from the effects of permafrost.
Fraser, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, Fraser.
Ray, can I have a word with you in private?
You sit there.
No. Whoa. No. I ain't got to stay in no room with no dead guy, all right? All right, this is cruel and unusual punishment, okay? This is America, and I know my rights.
Oh, they always know their rights. How about the rights of the guy with the Mercedes?
He don't need no rights. He got a Mercedes.
Sit there. Look, I didn't kill the guy. The real Ray Vecchio killed the guy.
No, I didn't say he killed him. I said he is a suspect.
We'll pass it over to Internal Affairs and let them sort it out.
No, I'm afraid I can't do that, Ray, because if Internal Affairs investigates the... Ray. If Internal Affairs investigates, they will undoubtedly discover that you are not the real Ray Vecchio.
Maybe. Personally, I don't give them that much credit.
Well, perhaps, but let's just say that it becomes public that you're not the real Ray Vecchio. That will probably put the real Ray Vecchio's life at risk.
What am I supposed to say? Better him than me?
No, of course not.
What are we supposed to do?
I am suggesting that we don't report the body.
Oh, Fraser, you were talking about suppressing.
No. Delaying.
Suppressing?
Delaying reporting the body to give us enough time to find the real killer.
What are you're not playing with a full muckluck, Fraser. How long do you think we can keep a dead body hidden in a police station?
Well, if you can hang on to that room at least until the end of your shift.
Oh, a little coffee break?
Oh, no, sir. No. We're just strategizing.
I need that room.
Look, you kids just starting to open up, sir.
Oh, good. I'll wait till the movie comes out. Get rid of them.
Sir, I wonder if I could perhaps have a word with you.
I am very busy, Constable.
I understand that, sir, but it's extremely important.
What is it?
Well, sir, I have a hypothetical question.
Oh, great. Hypothetical and important.
Well, some questions can be both. All right. All right, if the need were to arise, sir, to speak to Ray Vecchio, the real Ray Vecchio, in person, would that be possible?
If Ray Vecchio's mother were on a deathbed, and her last dying wish was to see her son's face again, hear his voice just one last time, I would send a new Ray Vecchio. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. What happened to your thumb?
Never mind.
Okay, I printed this up, but I looked for the file. I can't find it anywhere. By name, by date, nothing.
You sure he was booked?
Yeah, I'm positive.
All right.
Oh, but I did find this. You were right.
Thank you. You keep looking for the other files?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you kindly, Francesca.
Fraser. About what I told you before. You won't tell anybody?
No, of course not.
Okay. It's just that those things are really kind of personal to me, and I just hope that you won't think any less of me.
No.
I just felt like I could really talk to you, you know? I don't know. I guess I thought talking to a Mountie from Canada is kind of like talking to a priest.
Well, no, not exactly.
I mean, not that I think of you as a priest, because, you know, I don't. I think of you as a man.
Huh.
Not that priests aren't men. It's just that priests can't do certain things.
Well, not necessarily. You know, there was a Father Macaulay of Fort Assiniboine, and he once tracked a cougar for 5 weeks over 300 miles.
No, Fraser, no. Those aren't exactly the things that I'm referring to.
Oh, I see. Right. Excuse me.
Fraser?
Yes.
Is my brother gonna be okay?
Oh, yes. Sure. Yeah.
Can't just be doing this, man. Can't just hold me. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do to people in them places like Sweden and Canada and all them other torture places.
Hey, look, I play by my own rules. Kind of a wild card, kind of kooky. Now, you want to help me?
Right? Ain't got to shout. Man. Woo! How long you think you been like this?
92 days.
How would you know that?
There was electrical work done in here 92 days ago. That's when the wall went up.
So somebody killed him, shellacked him so he wouldn't rot, and then stuck him in a wall.
Surprisingly effective. He looks almost as good as new.
Hey, oh, man. How, you got a file on him?
No, that's what's intriguing. There are no files.
So Vecchio had him destroyed.
Ray Vecchio didn't do this.
How can you be so sure?
Because the plastic was sucked into the man's mouth and his throat. That means he was alive when they put him in the wall.
Oh, man.
Ray Vecchio's not capable of an act so monstrous, so heinous, so repulsive, so repugnant to the human condition. So, can I borrow your car?
Why?
Well, in the absence of any other leads, and time being the factor that it is, I think it expedient that I have a chat with a Mr. DiNardo.
Who?
He owns the company that did the drywalling.
Take a shortcut. I don't know how long I can keep this room.
Understood. Oh, it's,
Brake, gas, brake, gas. Careful. Oh, that's just one of my fellow officers interviewing a suspect.
All right, let's try this again. Were you the shooter?
Were you on Alcon Street when the cop was shot?
How long do you cook a 14-pound turkey?
Hold on.
Ask him a question. Any question.
Is your name Kuzma? General Adolf Kuzma of the American Patriots Army? Ah, nice dry scumbag, but I'm not gonna make you look better for the feds. You and your psycho army, you think you can go around blowing up banks and shooting cops, huh? Think our laws don't apply to you? Well, you better thank God for those laws. It's the only thing keeping you alive. Nice face. Tell me something. 5 weeks ago, the feds had you surrounded at Diamondback Ridge, but you escaped. It was a miracle, huh? Would you make a deal with the feds, huh? You think they're gonna waltz in here and save you? I got news for you. You killed a Chicago cop. You're not gonna leave here, ever. Not till they put a needle in your arm.
He might enjoy that, sir.
There. Don't clean him up. Just keep asking him questions. Huey. Did he say anything in there? Did he ask for a lawyer?
No, I think he's going for insanity.
Sir, FBI's on the phone.
All right, see if you can locate the whereabouts of Assistant State's Attorney Kowalski. All right? All right, the games begin. Get him talking about something. Doesn't matter. Okay, if we can get him started, it'll give us reason to keep the feds out.
I don't think he's going to say anything.
Get him talking. All right. Look, I imagine the feds within the hour will be here to see our friend Kuzma. I want to be privy to that conversation from in there. I need this room.
Yes, sir.
You didn't know? Margaret Moynihan told me. Well, she heard it from Jerry Kovacs. Yeah. So what'd he do anyway?
Well, we're not sure exactly, but if you could just cast your mind back 92 days ago.
92 days ago. That would be Tuesday night, wouldn't it?
Yes.
See, I know that because Darlene Carmichael in accounting, she had her baby 3 months premature. And I was just saying to Lori and personnel how the spicy pizza we had at the shower, which was on a Tuesday night, probably induced the contractions, you know, causing the premature labor.
Yes, I'm quite sure you're right. About the man in the picture.
Oh, yeah. Now, let me think about it.
Right. Thank you, kindly.
No problem. Listen, if I come up with anything, I'll give you a call. District 27.
In the back. In the... Oh.
Getting rooked in, son.
Look, I know what you're thinking. Ordinarily, I would agree, but these are very special circumstances.
Well, they always are, but concealing evidence in a murder investigation. I thought I taught you how to uphold the law.
And I will.
When?
Later today.
You've got to live by the principles you protect. Otherwise, everything caves in like an igloo during spring thaw.
Look, I know what I'm doing, Dad. You have to trust me.
Oh, no, that's where you're wrong. I don't have to trust anyone anymore. I'm dead. But you've got to trust yourself. One step in the wrong direction and it snowballs. Next thing, you'll be lying to cover your tracks. And when cops are involved in murder, it gets even uglier. I was gunned down by one of our own on my own turf. No, Ice Cap. Do you remember?
I remember.
I trusted Gerard for the better part of 30 years. It wasn't easy to accept what he had become.
Ray didn't kill anybody.
If that's true, stay within the law.
I don't have any choice.
That's where you're wrong.
You want to know something, Dad? I'm sorry I yelled at you. I didn't realize he was back there. All right, here we go. Brake gas. No, gas brake, gas brake.
Yeah, Frank, don't worry about it. I mean, if your kid's sick, your kid's sick. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, take a couple of days off, all right? Good man. Mel, you want to do me a favor? Man, Joni's kid's sick. You want to send her over a teddy bear or something?
Frank's kid is 14.
Well, send her something.
Okay.
Yeah, who are you?
Today, my name is Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I first came to Chicago on the trail of the killers.
Louis! Lou, tu voulais parler de mon fille?
Well, it's not really important, sir. What is important is that 3 months ago you did some renovations, drywalling to be exact. Chicago PD, District 27. I wonder if it's possible for me to speak to the men who did that job.
You must be joking. I can't remember 3 months ago. I got 18 crews out here today.
It's very important, sir.
All right, you give me the name of your tailors, I give you the number. Marilyn, listen, pull out a file. Chicago PD about 3 months ago. Is there a problem with something? I mean, I got no calls. Nobody's complained or anything.
No, it's strictly routine, sir. Do you, by any chance, recognize this man?
Why, is he one of the guys? Tell you the truth, I don't recognize anybody who works for me, my friend. There we go. It's nice, huh? Here we are. Tom Harvey was the foreman. The crew he never listed. A lot of times we pick up guys at the local hostels, give them a day's work, hod carriers and such. Puts a little money in their pocket, you know what I mean?
Well, do you know where I could contact this Mr. Harvey?
Had to let him go. And last I remember, it was one of those flop houses over in Diversey. And he's probably long gone by now. Anyway, Marilyn will give you the address if you want. I gotta get back and get that dog out of here. Lou! You don't understand English. In the office.
Yeah, I heard what the man said, Ray. Yeah, you need me. Now I want to make a new deal.
Here's the deal. You give me the day, I give you the rest of your life.
Well, you make me walk, man?
I don't kill you.
Hi. I'm not gonna come in if that's okay. Where is he?
Behind the door.
Okay. I found the Rankin file misplaced way at the back.
Thanks. Assistant State's Attorney Stella Kowalski. Was still his case?
Hey, is Fraser back?
No.
Okay, Ray didn't do this.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, let me ask you something. She just said Ray didn't do this.
Ray.
I thought you was Ray.
Like there's only one Stanley Smith in the world?
Yeah, that's true. It's a babe, though, huh? You know, the file lady.
Hey! That's
What?
my sister.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Extortion. Carrying a concealed weapon. Resisting arrest. And he walks?
Yeah, well, like me, he probably had no evidence.
Eyewitness testimony. Marked bills. Wiretap. It's as good as it gets. How the hell do you walk on charges like that?
What, you asking me?
You want to help me or do you want to stare at the dead guy all day?
Yeah, that's true. All right, check this out. Maybe he got off on one of them technicalities.
Yeah. Like, what? I mean, he was here on the day that the wall went up. And he got a walk.
Well, yo, he didn't walk too far, you know what I'm saying?
Ray, I was looking for Lieutenant Welsh. What happened to your ear?
Nothing. You're here for Kuzma?
Yeah.
That was my collar.
Well, I heard it was Huey's. Oh, my God. What is that smell?
Hey, how you doing? We haven't been introduced. My name is Stanley Smith. I'll be working on the case with Ray here.
Detective Smith?
Yeah.
Sit down.
Okay, I'll be over here.
See you later, Ray.
Stella?
I'm working.
This is about work. Remember a few months ago you handled a case with a guy named Guy Rankin? Vecchio and Huey were the arresting officers. Extortion, concealed weapon, and the guy walked. You remember anything about that? This is nice.
Yeah, I do. They failed to read him his rights.
Vecchio and Huey screwed up on the Miranda? You believe that?
All I know is Rankin said they didn't read him his rights, and they agreed with him, so he walked. Maybe the fact that Ray Vecchio used his face for a punching bag had something to do with it. I don't know. I gotta go.
Of all the Great Lakes. Hey, yo, what's up, Scout?
What do you think your dad's
Oh,
saying?
man.
Okay?
Just joking around. Hey, yo, you know that girl, man? She's a babe. What's up?
It's my wife.
Ah, man, you really know how to pick 'em, huh?
My ex-wife.
Ooh, I guess you the man get to know around here, huh?
God, you son of a bitch! Come from behind his back! Bitch, Brooklyn job.
You've had your chance.
Huey, I gotta ask you something.
Let it go, Vecchio!
Get back in there. You watch this door. It's not about the collar. Hey, how can you not remember 3 months ago? You, Vecchio, Guy Rankin, he was released. You forgot to read him his rights. Look, I found the file, Jack.
What the hell is the matter with you? You trying to get a job in internal affairs or what?
I'm gonna let that pass. Once.
Look, Ray Vecchio had some personal thing with Rankin. I didn't know, I didn't ask. So he roughed him up a little. All I know is Rankin walked out of here in one piece. Now, if no one has seen him since, guys like him will miss him.
Gentlemen, I don't tell you what to do, and the FBI doesn't.
Fraser, the FBI's here and Walsh wants the room. We have to move him.
Understood.
But you know Rita Hayward, but she gets the job done.
You know, Ray, I had another friend, well, acquaintance, really. Anyway, one day he was fishing, and he ripped his ear off with a hula popper. Code, please. Anyway, he was able to sew it back on with some 8-pound test monofilament. Unfortunately, he sewed it on backwards. And from that day forward, he claims he was dyslexic.
What is the point of that story for you? I don't get that.
Well, there's nothing to get, Ray. It's just another ear anecdote.
Cool. Glasses. Come on. Where the hell did we put them?
Well, if you want to hide an apple, you don't put it in a bag full of golf balls.
Glasses. Oh, cooler downstairs.
Nah, that wasn't part of the deal, man.
I'm changing the deal.
Oh, yeah, I'm changing the deal, too. Yo, we gotta get that guy up in there. Shut up! What you gonna do, man? Hit me?
He's got a point, Ray.
All right. I'll make you a deal. You help us with him, you walk, no charges.
Not good enough. Yeah, but
What do you want?
I want y'all to deputize me.
Come on, let's go.
Right. 1, 2, 3. The legs.
Oh. I can debone a whole chicken in under 3 minutes. Okay, let's go. I know he was a miserable bastard, but when I'm dead, I hope no one's rolling me around in a funny outfit.
Mr. Smith, did you get the elevator? It's Walsh.
Oh, God.
Francesca.
Vecchio, where's your prisoner?
In the can, sir.
All right, we'll set up right in here.
Look, this is stupid, Fraser. It's not gonna work. How the hell do you think that this is gonna...
Just stay the course. Ray Vecchio's life may well depend on what we do here today. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Smith!
What is this? What, did a bomb go off in here?
Move it or lose it.
Jessica!
Where is it?
Around the corner.
Call for you, Sergeant. Something about giblets?
There'll be no parking spot for Nikki at NASA.
Talk better here. I says to Smokey, I said, I never even been in the freaking woods. Hey, and we was just talking. He was trying to get me to go on with the patch.
Good idea.
Hey, I'll see you, pal. I'll call. So long, buddy. I'll call.
We gotta wait 10 minutes. Feds are in the morgue.
Man, you see the size of their gun?
Hang on for 15 minutes and then call.
Okay, I'll go.
Be right with you. Fraser.
Yes, sir.
I guess they do these things a little different where you're from, huh?
In what sense, sir?
Never mind.
Sir, I wonder if I could ask you a question.
Yeah, be quick.
It involves, well, it's a case involving Ray Vecchio, sir.
What is it with you and Ray Vecchio today?
Well, nothing, sir. And as a matter of fact, this does actually involve the former Ray Vecchio and a man named Guy Rankin.
Leave that one alone, Fraser.
Why is that, sir?
It almost cost Vecchio his badge. He almost did time. The only reason he's still a cop is that this guy Rankin disappeared, and it's best that he stays disappeared. Oh, God, what, is something dying here? Better lay off those moose burgers.
Yes, sir.
No, Nikki, you're thinking of a capon. Constable Fraser. Oh my God.
Yes, Sergeant.
Listen, hang on. Listen, I've been thinking about what you asked me earlier. You know, did I see Rankin leaving the station that night? No, that would be the Bantam Rooster. Well, I did. I've been thinking about it, and I did. I definitely saw him leave that night.
You're sure it was him?
Oh, yes, that's right. That would be the guinea hen. He was one of those kind of guys, you know, kind of different looking, odd like. I don't forget a face like that.
Right, well, thank you. You've been very helpful.
No, anytime. What's wrong with him?
Well, nothing. No, he's Sleepy.
Really sleepy.
Yeah, 3:25 for about an hour and a half.
Come on, Adolf. Adolf, talk to me.
Maybe we should just hand him back over to Chicago PD.
Yeah, looks like they know what to do with him. You know, you killed one of theirs, Sonny boy. They're dying to get their hands on you.
You want us to help you? You gotta give us something.
All right, now look. We let you off last month on the condition that you give up your partners, not so you could go shoot a cop. Now, we can help you with that, but you've got to guarantee that no one finds out about our deal, and you have got to tell us about your partners.
Oh, mommy. Go get Assistant State's Attorney Kowalski fast.
So you can go. That was the deal. That was the deal. So you can go. So go. Okay, but I gotta make that call. No, I'll make the call. Yeah, but you said I could make the call.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I
yes,
didn't.
you
No.
did.
You said you were gonna make the call. I just didn't say no.
Well, so what, man? That's the same thing as saying yes.
No, it isn't. That's the same thing as ignoring you. Okay, make the call.
Yeah, right. Woo. Oh, what's that number again?
Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Oh, yes, the offer is still open.
These sheets have seen better days.
Let's go.
Now you're in a pickle.
No, this is just what I need.
Well, you don't have to snap at me.
Now we proceed with, we continue with the scrapings under the nails of the left hand.
These people look dismal. But of course, I watch what I eat, do my calisthenics, get plenty of fresh air.
At least they know their place.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm kind of on edge, too.
You are?
Yeah, well, actually, I find this kind of thrilling. You know what I mean?
Carpe diem, son.
I'm thrilled, I guess is the word. I mean, my breath is short little months, and being around death is just, it's so forbidden, and I think it's just kind of exciting. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Well, yeah. You know, some people, some dead people, they are exciting. And some dead people are not exciting.
Who's that?
It's me, Mort. Constable Fraser just wanted to see the morgue.
Well, we selected a good day. We have a full house. Traffic jam. A postal worker gone totally berserk. I don't know what's with the postal department. What drives perfectly good people to desperate acts? How hard can it be delivering mail? Oh, well. See you around.
Okay, bye.
Now we are going to go to the right hand. Aspetti, signorina, le dirò con due parole. Tarirari, tarari.
How's your kisser?
It's okay. The ink?
Okay. Fed still talking to Kuzma?
Yeah, listen, the Vecchio thing we were talking about this morning, Vecchio didn't do Rankin.
How can you be so sure?
Lieutenant Welch made us follow up on it. We talked to his landlord. He said he saw Rankin a couple of days after we released him when he went around to collect his rent.
Man, a couple of days after the walls went up? That's a pretty neat trick, huh, guys?
What are you talking about? What wall?
Kid's a psycho.
Yeah, you ought to be in the bucket.
Did he say who the landlord was?
Offhand, I don't remember his name, but he was the same guy that did the renovations on the interview rooms. He owns a building over in Roscoe Street.
He lied to me.
That in itself does not prove anything.
Shows he has a guilty conscience.
Let's get him in here and mess with his head. Yeah, you guys are so cool, man.
Sort of puts things in a whole different light, wouldn't you say?
Obviously, Agents Ford and Dieter were not aware that the interview was being taped.
Well, I don't want to make him feel self-conscious. You know, candid camera approach.
It appears that Mr. DiNardo has priors, assault on a couple of his tenants.
He's coming in.
What'd you tell him?
Well, it pains me to admit it, but I lied to him.
Oh, nothing happened, did it? You know, you weren't struck by lightning. The sky didn't fall in.
Well, not yet, but it might have. It might well be the start of the slippery slope.
Oh, yes, I believe you're going to hell in a handcart.
It's not something to laugh about. I might well be.
Oh, listen, the fellow you were with earlier, what was his name?
His name was Guy
Lombardo.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's illegally obtained evidence. They had a reasonable expectation of privacy in that room. No judge in the state will allow it.
But I don't have to play it for the judge. I only have to play it for the deputy director of the FBI.
That's blackmail. I can't be involved in that.
Lieutenant, I need to interview one ASAP.
Oh, be my guest. I'm through with it. This guy's still here, huh? He doesn't have a home?
As a matter of fact, no, sir.
I'm going to get our friend.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Wait. Fraser.
It's all right, Lieutenant.
All right, tell Ford to come into my office.
Figaro. You know, I've been thinking about the postal workers. You know, the problem is they don't get any respect. Everybody tells jokes about the mailman.
Our mailman used to wrestle grizzly bears for money.
Oh, really? Is he one of mine?
No, he's material evidence in a criminal investigation. And I just took the liberty of storing him here earlier.
Was he dead at that time?
Very dead.
Oh, then addio, addio.
Addio.
Addio. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, dee, da, 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 dee.
Dead guy running. Cha. Dead guy running. Cha, cha.
Thank you.
Dead guy running.
Thank you kindly.
What is it? I'm kind of busy.
What happened to you?
Look, do you want something?
Yeah, I want you to leave Kuzma in my jurisdiction. You can have him back when we're finished with him, say 25 years to life.
Look, we've been through this already, all right? Kuzma's a very important witness in an ongoing federal investigation. Now, you got something else because you're wasting my time.
Matter of fact, I do.
You are one crazy bastard.
Pack up, we're out of here.
What?
You deaf, let's go! What's going on? You killed a cop, man. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's all yours.
You got yourself a real prize.
He bit me! Get the mask! That sounds good. Set it up.
Hey, Vecchio. Mr. DiNardo here to see you. Listen, that Nicky called and that recipe you gave him, it doesn't work in the microwave.
It ain't a recipe if you got to put it in the microwave.
Mr. DiNardo.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, so what's this all about? Guy said something about stolen supplies.
Well, I know this is a pain in the butt, but my lieutenant, he's a stickler for paperwork. He just wants you to sign a statement saying that nothing got stolen from your work site when you were here.
You gotta be kidding me. Listen, can we make this quick? I'm double parked.
No problem. Follow me.
So what happened to your head?
Nothing.
Was a woman, huh?
Have a seat. You want a coffee, soda?
No, nothing. Like I said, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Okay, I'll just get the forms.
All right.
He's checking his nails.
We can give him a few more minutes.
Have we got that kind of time?
I once stood watching an empty cabin for 11 days.
You know it was empty at the time?
Not for the first 9 days, no.
Why'd you watch it for 2 more if you knew it was empty, Fraser? Actually, I don't even want to know.
No. How's your ear?
It's, fine. Why?
Oh, I was just thinking of a relative of mine. Well, distant relative. 4th cousin 3 times removed, to be exact. Malik Einer was his name. Anyway, one day he had a seashell up to his ear and he was listening to the gentle lapping of the surf when a narwhal poked the surface and shoved the seashell deep into his eardrum. And from that day forward, instead of the gentle lapping of the surf, he had a rushing torrent raging through his cranium. Relatives, huh?
Here we go. Go, 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 go. Come on.
Close.
Come on.
Closer.
Take a peek. Damn. Where's he going? What?
You could have sworn.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is it.
Yeah. We got him. There. Loose up. Got a hole in your drywall.
Yeah?
Yeah. You got a problem, my friend?
You got a problem, my friend?
Tough guy.
Recognize this man?
I recognize anybody. Under this.
Take another look.
He said no. I gotta get back to work. Is this guy leaning on you?
Is he affecting your business interests?
Was he shaking you down?
Perhaps he was involved with your wife.
Your daughter, maybe? Leave me alone! God! Good answer.
Put it down! Get back! I'll kill them!
Mr. DiNardo, think about what you're doing. It's impossible for you to get out of this building.
Shut up. Shut up!
Perhaps Rankin provoked you. Maybe you didn't intend to kill him. The fact that you shellacked them, wrapped them in saran wrap, put them in a wall, drywalled it, taped it, plastered it, sanded it, painted it, maybe that was pure panic. It's understandable.
Crazy, man.
I'm sure it happens every day.
FBI, freeze!
Are you finished?
Walking out of here. Anybody tries to stop me, he's a dead man.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for letting me go, man. Thank you. It was a blast.
Good kid. I like that kid.
Ray. He's got my badge.
Frazier, I just want to thank you.
Thank you.
Good work, son. Bit unorthodox, but you got your man.
I had my doubts.
Don't be an idiot not to. One night in '72, I think it was, Joe Morgan and I were at this dance. Wasn't much of a dance, really, just the five of us. In the wee hours, your mother showed up, made me come home. Next morning, one of the trappers at the dance, Renaud Thibault, his name was, turned up dead with Joe's knife in his back. I was dispatched to bring in Joe for the murder. Joe said he hadn't done it. Said he'd sold that knife a couple of days before to buy me a birthday present. It was the hardest decision I ever made. I let him go.
He was innocent.
I thought he was, but it turned out he was guilty of sin. That trapper was sleeping with Joe's wife. Joe killed him in a murderous rage.
You know, Dad, I'm sorry, but I fail to see how this relates in any way, shape, or form to my situation.
Well, it doesn't relate exactly, except that sometimes a man's got to get things off his chest, do you mind? Oh, wait till you're dead.
All right.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay.
right.
You're late.
Yes, there was a delay at the dry cleaners.
I thought true blue types like you didn't believe in excuses, Fraser.
Well, you're quite right, and I'm sorry for apologizing. If I'd only noticed the smoke earlier,
Smoke?
Yes. Apparently, the pressing machine short-circuited. Now, by the time I got the cashiers out, racks A through E were already in flames, and I was only able to save this. I'm afraid it's a little singed.
You ran into a burning building to save a mohair sweater.
Yes, sir.
Well, pardon me if that sounds like sheer stupidity.
Yes, sir.
You don't agree?
No, sir. Stupidity would have been if I'd gone back in for your leather chaps.
Dismissed.
That's what you said yesterday.
Well, it may take a few days. You're a civil servant. There are formalities. I have to get confirmation from Ottawa. Or you could make it easy on me and request a transfer.
Yes, I suppose I could.
Think about it.
Yes, sir, I will.
Dismissed.
Don't you need your glasses, sir?
I don't wear glasses.
Understood.
Transfer request.
All right.
I understand the leaves are changing in Kamloops.
You're the arresting officer, correct?
That's correct.
Detective, what time did you receive the call to go to the scene?
I got the call at around 9:15, and I arrived approximately 5 minutes later.
Please tell us what happened from the time you arrived outside the liquor store.
When I arrived, the crime scene had already been established. Uniformed officers had taped off the area, and the medical examiner was in the process of removing the store owner's body.
Were there signs of a struggle?
No.
You thought about it yet, son?
It's only been an hour.
Well, you ought to, you know.
Death.
4 feet.
Were there any witnesses on the scene?
Yes, an eyewitness had come forward, a Mrs. Rosanna Torres. I questioned the witness, and based on her description, was able to put together a lineup of probable suspects.
Was she able to make an identification?
Yes, she identified the accused.
Can you identify him, please?
Mr. Robert Kruger.
After Mr. Kruger was identified, you applied for a search warrant?
I did. And we found a 9mm handgun recently fired.
Which perfectly matched the bullet that killed Mr. Garcia. This ballistics report is State's Exhibit 23, Your Honor. What happened next, Detective?
I arrested Mr. Kruger on charges of armed robbery and first-degree murder.
Thank you. That's all.
You may leave the witness stand, Detective Vecchio.
I'd like to call Mrs. Rosanna Torres, Your Honor.
Rosanna Torres to the stand.
She wants me bad. I think she wants to kill you.
That too.
Mrs. Torres, on the night of June 14th, 1994, you were walking home along Center Street when you heard gunshots.
Shouldn't we wait and listen to her testimony?
No. It's all over now, except for the shouting.
What shouting?
Can you describe to us what you saw when you turned and looked toward the sound of gunfire?
No.
You did not see the defendant exit as
Objection,
a
leading.
store?
Sustained.
What did you see?
Nothing.
Nothing. What about your sworn statement to Detective Vecchio?
It was dark. I'm sorry.
What about your statement?
It was a mistake.
A mistake?
I tried to tell him.
All right, what the hell's going on here?
Your Honor, I move for dismissal.
Both of you, in my chambers, now.
Great, just great.
responsibility, relevance,
Armed robbery,
failure to
murder,
disclose,
criminal intent.
perjury.
Perjury?
Not to mention a blatant disregard of my client's Fifth and Seventh Amendment rights. If you don't rule on this immediately, I will file charges of misconduct faster than you can say subordination of a witness.
Save your grandstanding for the paying customers, Mr. Sedaris.
Will you rule on my motion to suppress the gun?
Judge.
No witness, no warrant, no gun, no case. It's all fruit of the poison tree.
Miss Saint Laurent.
Judge, Detective Vecchio is an experienced officer with a commendable record.
Of manufacturing evidence.
Bull.
I caution you, Detective, you are still in the court's jurisdiction during this proceeding. What about your witness?
She just swore under oath that she didn't see him.
Oh, yeah? And I've got a signed deposition in my hands that says she did.
Your Honor, Detective Vecchio has a history with my client.
That's irrelevant, Your Honor.
We're in chambers. Nothing is irrelevant.
It's clearly persecution.
Oh, please give me a break.
Okay, let me get this straight. Detective Vecchio, you and Kruger have a history?
Yes, Your Honor. I arrested Mr. Kruger on similar charges 2 years ago.
My client walked on that, Your Honor. It's a case made entirely in Detective Vecchio's head, not unlike this one, apparently. You never got over that, did you?
He beat an old woman in a smoke shop and got off on a procedural foul-up.
And you have been on him ever since.
Well, maybe that's just an overreaction to the fact that he keeps committing crimes.
What we have here is a woman who says you coerced her into giving false testimony.
She's lying, and maybe somebody ought to find out why.
You will have no further contact with the witness, understood?
Your Honor, I would like to request a postponement while the state revisits elements of the case.
I'll consider it, Miss Saint Laurent. In the meantime, this is what I want. A report on the lighting conditions outside the victim's store that evening, as it pertains to visibility. I want Mr. Kruger's previous arrest report, and most of all, I want your case notes on both incidents, Detective.
Your Honor, I'm not sure.
You do keep personal notes in your cases.
Well, I do, but I don't...
Get them. You've got till 3 o'clock this afternoon.
The witness says I coerced her.
Well, will your case notes prove that you're telling the truth?
No, but if I don't produce them, it'll look like I'm lying. Kruger walks and I'm toast.
Ah, Miss Saint Laurent.
Oh, God, the other one. Old habits die hard, eh, Vecchio?
Louise, did I neglect to tell you how fine, in a prosecutorial way, you look in that suit?
Do your friend a favor, Fraser. Convince him to find those case notes. I don't give second chances.
She's just playing hard to get.
Stairs.
Don't you think?
Think what?
That she's playing hard to get.
To get what?
Oh, never mind.
Unofficial case notes. And why do we keep them? Stupidity? Carelessness? Any ideas, Vecchio?
Well, they're my personal notes, sir. I didn't expect anybody to ask me to produce them.
No, we never do. We just jot things down on matchbooks or napkins. We don't use the proper forms. And then we're surprised when a lawyer accuses us of withholding things that shouldn't have existed in the first place.
Every cop in the station keeps a notebook, sir.
Yeah, but every cop doesn't hang on to them in the hope that someday they might incriminate you. What is his involvement in this?
Strictly unofficial, sir.
Why do I not find that reassuring?
Oh, he can't help that. It's a Canadian thing, sir. I think he gets extra points for neatness.
Quality I admire. Still, knowing the state's attorney's past fondness for Big Red, I would have thought you had gone to great pains to keep the both of them far apart. The handling of this case is reaching new heights of futility.
Oh, no one's more discouraged than myself, sir.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear about your troubles, man.
No, thanks for your feigned concern.
State's attorney called. They want photos of the lighting setup on the street by the liquor store.
Well, do as the state's attorney asks.
Yes, sir.
Gardino, lose the goatee.
Did you check the case? No, won't be needing that. County records. Elaine, did you send my...
Thank God you called, Vecchio, because otherwise I might be enjoying myself right now. Let's define our terms here. Day off. Does that mean anything to you?
Towel.
1 day out of 2 weeks I ask for a little peace, a little relaxation, a little personal nurturing.
Elaine, you have no life. Stop whining.
Conditioner.
Kruger Robert D. arrested June 94. Armed robbery, murder 1. No pretrial, went straight to the grand jury.
No idea. Take me home.
Elaine.
I hate county records. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Elaine, a man died in that holdup. Kruger killed him, but nobody's going to care about that if they think that the cop that charged him is dirty, okay? I need your help, okay?
Okay.
And besides, Fast Eddie's on security. He likes you.
What?
Hot brush.
So it's a case file you're after?
Yeah, Eddie, that's usually the reason why we come down to county records.
So
So you want something here, and you want it fast, you come to me. That's why they call me Fast Eddie. That and other reasons. Of course, it's not all in strictly alphabetical order, but I could help you with that.
So?
No street lights, not within 2 blocks. No neon, not even a billboard.
Should have told us about it, man.
Hey, look, the light was coming from somewhere, all right? If I could see it, so could she.
Look, don't get pissed with us, Vecchio. You're not straight with us, we can't back you up.
Yeah, thanks for your vote of confidence.
Vecchio?
On the matter of visibility, I have photos here that indicate it's highly unlikely the witness would have been able to see anyone exiting the liquor store.
She came to me voluntarily. She said she could ID the guy who shot the store owner, voluntarily.
And you didn't think at the time to ask her how she could possibly make an identification under those conditions?
She ID'd a guy I knew to a T, a known felon. I picked him up, she picked him out of the lineup, and no, we did not discuss the damn lighting.
I assume your case notes will support that. Do you have them?
No, I just need
Your
a
Honor,
little
I
more.
move for a dismissal, and I want charges brought against this officer for harassment and perjury.
This is not about case notes. This is about some piece of garbage with a good mouthpiece who's trying to make a good cop look like a bad guy so his client can go free on a murder charge.
Detective, I instructed you to have those case books in my office by 3 o'clock. You're in defiance of a court
I'm
order.
not in defiance of anything. I'm being railroaded here. Come on, Your Honor. Don't let some ass-kissing defense lawyer's paper chase give this guy a walk.
Ass-kissing?
Careful, detective.
Look, if you let this scum back out on the street, he's going to murder somebody else, and I'm going to have to turn around and arrest him all over again.
Now.
Back off.
That's enough, detective. You're in contempt.
You're damn right I'm in contempt. I'm in contempt of this whole lousy process. I'm in contempt of you, and you.
Get the deputy in here.
I know there was lighting in that alley. You're on your own.
This is a capital
Yours
case.
parked
You
out
can't
front.
throw it out on procedural matter.
Nothing happens until he's prepared to apologize. See you back in court in 48 hours. Mrs. Torres.
You know he would not fabricate evidence.
That is the least of what I know about him. If I can find a way to tie you into this, it would make my year.
Hey, Vecchio! Looks like we're going to be neighbors for a while.
First time arresting a cop?
So, we're off then.
Do you mind? That is private.
I don't know about you, but I could use a change of scenery.
What possible difference could scenery make in your condition?
Oh, I always liked a good view.
What, barren rocks and snow?
You used to thrive on it.
I still do.
Well, let's choose one then.
Dad, I don't have time for this. I'm in the middle of a case.
Oh, Fort Nelson. Your mother and I had a cabin, 1 bedroom with stove, and all the coal she could carry. And 360-degree view of the strip mine.
That sounds attractive.
3 months, your mother was a raving lunatic. And then we moved on to Nelson Forks and Nelson House. Names alone drove her around the bend. We finally ended up in Rat River. Oh, I have fond memories of the rat. Your mother didn't.
Oh, I can imagine.
You gotta look ahead, son, not back.
Well, I haven't left yet.
You will.
Open C-203. We're at the stairs right now. C-215.
Got a lot of friends here, Ray.
We got a lot of friends everywhere.
Who are these friends? Let's spread fast about you joining us.
Hey, you trying to scare me?
C-218. Just telling you the way it is.
Appreciate it.
Your lieutenant called. We're gonna do our best. You know the drill. I know the drill.
Dad? Good. Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. Baby.
Hey, Spider-Man! You mind coming down from there, sir?
No, not at all.
Just stay off the walls of my feet.
Understood. Thank you kindly. Don't stop complaining. Thank you, Louis.
St. Laurent hears about this.
I understand. I'm sorry. It's my mistake. Sorry. No, it's entirely my fault. I'll just...
You're nuts! Did you hear me, Fraser?
My lips are sealed, Louis.
Get out of here!
Vecchio, I'll be right with you. Grab the mop. Try and keep a low profile, all right? This corner right here. Ray, how are you?
These lawyers, they bring me to the courthouse, they ask me the same questions over and over. For months, I have been answering these questions.
Do you have any hangers?
A basket. I don't have time for this. I have children, work.
Have you tried telling them the truth?
Yes. I don't trust those people. In my country, those people.
Can you, Is your husband at the courthouse today?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I noticed your wedding ring.
My husband doesn't have time for questions either.
No, of course not. So who was that man with you today?
What man?
The tall one, with the long hair.
Don't know him.
He seemed to know you. Where is your husband, Mrs. Torres? There's no men's clothing in this laundry.
Look, my husband is none of your business.
You're a religious woman, aren't you? You wear a St. Sebastian medal, patron saint of prisoners. The medal protects them. Of course, in today's prisons, a prisoner wouldn't be allowed to wear such a medal, but someone might wear it for him.
Look, I'm sorry about your friend, but he's a policeman. They take care of their own.
Do you know what perjury is? There was a light in that street. 3 months ago, it hung from a building less than 20 feet away from that liquor store. The light may not be there now, but there will be records and there will be permits, and when the lawyers get a hold of it, there will be more questions. So I will ask you again. Do you know what perjury is?
I don't have time for this.
Torres, Edgar H., 2 prior convictions, both for grand theft auto.
It's getting crowded up here.
He was transferred in from Joliet 2 weeks ago to face a parole hearing.
Kruger, what do you want to bet their bunkmates?
Well, perhaps we should notify the state's attorney.
Oh, yeah, she's going to be thrilled you're talking to her witness, and 10 to 1 says she thinks I put you up to it.
Well, maybe you could find Torres, try to talk to him, offer him immunity.
In my position, I can't offer him anything, and besides, how am I going to get to him from segregation?
It does seem as if our options are somewhat limited. And don't tell me, you fell?
I was mopping. Floyd jumped up, hit me right in the head.
You know, you could try apologizing.
To who?
To the judge.
Not my style.
I'm not asking for your permission, sir, nor should this be construed as some kind of bid for absolution. I simply felt that you ought to be informed as a superior officer. I mean, I realize you're not my superior officer. We don't work for the same police force, or for the same country, for that matter. On the other hand, it would appear that my own superior officer would prefer not to be my superior officer. Therefore, in the circumstances, it didn't seem entirely inappropriate.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
This has to do with Vecchio, doesn't it?
That would be a safe assumption, sir, yes.
You've seen him?
Yes, sir, and he claims to have had an altercation with a floor.
Any particular type of floor?
Interlocking linoleum, I believe.
Oh, yeah, they can be very tricky. Is there anything that I could do to assist?
Well, nothing actually, sir, no. Due to the nature of the situation, I would prefer to do this off the record and on my own initiative. I simply felt that I ought to notify someone. Force of habit, I imagine.
I see. And this new inspector, she's not the type of person you could...
Oh, sir, she's not the type of person you could... Well, let me put it this way. We seem to lack rapport.
Any idea why?
Not in the slightest.
Women in authority. It's a quandary. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Sir?
I mean, you want to treat them like the rest of the guys. You want to have them nod off in strategic planning sessions. You want them to have sweat rings and maybe a little too much garlic on their breath. But no, not women. Women smell good. And women look good. And then they smile at you. Before you know it, you're smiling back. And the first time they tear a piece off you, it's like somebody's sticking an ice pick through your heart.
Sir? Sir? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Permission granted, Constable.
Thank you, sir.
Harding.
Excuse me.
Yeah. This is much better. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You okay?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
You sure you want to do this?
Quite sure. Once we do, there's no going back.
I understand. And after this, no more favors, okay? No, I'll never ask again.
Okay.
Nice and slow. Mm-hmm. Take your arms out. Mm-hmm. Grab the milk duds and put them in your pocket. Understood. Perhaps I should pay for them first. Then you want me stealing? That's a good point. Should you be watching?
He's right. We'll be over there.
Right. What?
Yes, I realize this is setting a bad example, but it is necessary. Shh. You'll give up the game.
What? I can't. I mean, maybe if it was less expensive.
Then Milk duds.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. You're not going to take them. We're going to arrest you. Got it?
It's a good point.
Fraser, you can do this.
I can do this. I can't do this.
Okay, that's enough.
There, you're under arrest.
Oh, thank you kindly. I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law.
Oh, God.
I'll be fine for you.
Good evening. Good evening, fellow prisoners. My name is Fraser, B, number 1219. And you would be? Well, you would be 8356. It's nice to meet you. Good evening, sir. Excuse me, I wonder if you might be able to, No, I don't imagine you could. Ah, there's the ticket. Evening. I suppose you're all wondering what it is that I'm attempting to achieve. Now, the secret to perfect corners lies in the tuck, a firm tuck from corner to corner. Now, if you could just grab that end, please. Good. Now, grasp the sheet tightly. No, now, you see, that would be far too firm a grasp. Anyone else? Good evening, 2353. Would you prefer the upper or the lower?
Out, cell 167.
Oh, I guess I'll just...
Nice.
What now?
Of course, it's not the Rat, but very few places are.
Go to sleep, Dad.
Hey, good night, son. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
That's enough, Dad.
Thank you.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, I haven't spent a night like that since, well, I guess since basic training. Although, I did spend a very restful evening once on an ice floe moving through Northumberland Sound. Now, picture this.
Shut up.
Understood. Oh, is that cinnamon?
Carbon.
Oh, well, thank you kindly.
We're out. Move on. Carl.
You know something? I'm feeling kind of full this morning. Would you be interested? Hey, Carl, you want mine? Hey, come on, Eddie, give him yours. Carl's a growing boy. Afternoon, gentlemen. I happen to have a complete 11-volume set of the story of civilization by Will and Ariel Durant. Any takers?
Yeah, right here. Benny, what are you doing in here?
Well, I'm delivering books, Ray.
I can see that. How did you get in here?
Well, the same way most people get in here, Ray. I committed a crime.
You committed a crime. Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, committed an actual crime.
Ray, I know that you think I'm incapable of this, but I'll have you know I am not entirely naive to the ways of the world. I've been arresting criminals my entire life, and it didn't seem to be a particularly large step to actually steal.
Steal?
Yes.
You stole something?
Yes.
What did you steal?
I'd rather not talk about it.
No, come on. What did you steal? A car?
No.
Television set?
No.
What?
Milk duds.
Excuse me?
Milk duds.
Milk duds. What did the judge give you, an hour and a half?
Well, actually, he was inclined to be lenient. It was Detectives Huey and Gardino who insisted that he throw the book at me.
Benny, you know you might get yourself killed in here?
It's nonsense, Ray. Nobody knows who I am. And in my capacity as book monitor, I have free passage throughout the entire institution.
Book monitor?
Yes.
What is that, like a librarian?
It's similar. I monitor books. I pass books out. I pick books up. I try to collect on overdue funds. Although I'll tell you something, it is proving hellish in this place. It's absolutely remarkable how many people in here think nothing of folding, spindling, mutilating, literary work. What?
Get to the point.
Right. I found him.
Who?
Prisoner 3205, Torres, Edgar. Chronicle of a Death Foretold by Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Optimist?
Apparently. It is 12 days past due. I think I should pay him a visit.
1330, visitors hours, cell block 28.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here, this is for you. À la recherche de temps perdu by Marcel Proust. It's missing a couple of pages, but seeing as the whole thing is basically one long run-on sentence, I don't think you'll mind.
Is it funny?
Oh, it's hilarious, if you like that kind of thing. All right, last chance for the complete 11-volume set of Will and Ariel Durant's The Story of Civilization. Going once, going twice. Your loss, gentlemen.
Mi amor, ¿qué pasó?
Nothing, it's nothing. It's all right. A man came to see me. Some kind of policeman.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. Eddie, please, don't get upset.
Rosanna.
He knew. I didn't tell him anything. He just knew.
Querida, go home. Just go home.
It's until tomorrow. All you have to do is stay out of trouble. Go to Kruger. Talk to him. Maybe he will.
No. If he hears talk of the police, he'll kill me. Do you want that?
No, but I seen one before. Yeah.
Walden, Life in the Woods by Thoreau. This is a thriller?
Not exactly, no. It outlines one man's dream to live a life of perfect fulfillment.
I had a dream like that once.
Really?
Yeah, I dreamt me and James Bond was on a couch naked.
I see. And was this couch in the woods?
Yeah, it just so happens that it was.
Oh, well, you should enjoy this then.
Hey, any pictures?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, coming through. Bookmobile coming through.
Yeah, hey.
All right. Excuse me, bookmobile. Ah, Mr. Torres. I believe you have an overdue book.
Yes, so what?
Well, another prisoner has requested it. I believe you may know him. He's a friend of mine.
No, I don't know him.
I'll spot for you. He's a police officer, this friend of mine. He arrested a man named Kruger for killing a shop owner, but at the trial something went wrong. His witness lied. Now my friend is in prison, and Kruger will be set free.
I don't know your friend, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You see, the problem is, Mr. Torres, that Kruger found out that the witness has a husband in prison and threatened to kill him, and now that man is alone. He has no one to protect him.
Your friend, the cop, is the one who should be worried, not me.
Yes, he should be, but he's not. And I promise you, Mr. Torres, if you help me, I will guarantee you safe passage to your parole hearing without incident.
I don't want your help.
Well, you may have no choice. But don't let me influence you.
Getting very talkative, Eddie. Much like cops.
I didn't say nothing, man.
Sure. It's not a very good move. See, I'm not prepared to return to incarceration. Before I would do that, I would hurt you, hurt your wife, hurt your kids.
Excuse me, Mr. Kruger. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kruger, but apparently your copy of Don't Call Me Sugar Baby is overdue.
All right, calm down. Right, so we're going to protect him. You and me surrounded by 9,000 violent offenders.
For God's sakes, Ray, don't blow the situation out of proportion. There's only 8,973 prisoners here.
And I thought our odds didn't look good.
Look, Ray, it's only for one evening. Tomorrow, Torres will be free. His wife will testify.
Look, a lot of people can get killed in one evening. If Kruger wants to get to Torres, he's going to get to him. You can count on it.
Exactly. So we make it easy for him.
Look, Benny, you're not getting the hang of this.
Ray, the best place to hide a person is in plain view. Now, Kruger knows that Torres is injured, knows that he's in the infirmary. Fine, let's keep it that way.
All right, fine. So what do we do?
Well, it could be a long night. How about we take in a movie?
I can't see my Hey, watch your head.
Get out of the way. What's wrong with the picture? It's in black and white.
There's nothing wrong with it, Ray. It's just old.
Yeah, well, if it was any good, it'd be in color.
Well, it was made in black and white, Ray. It's a classic.
The Ten Commandments is a classic, Benny. The Poseidon Adventure is a classic. Saturday Night Fever with my man John Travolta, that's a classic. This is black and white. Shh.
Perhaps you should have ordered a personal guard.
Yeah, maybe you should have gotten us a better movie.
I need some gauze.
Won't you please clear the first 3 pews so they may have seats? I'm going to ask you once more, neither by word, nor by action, nor by look, to make a guest feel unwelcome.
Where did you put them? I smell bacon.
Any suggestions?
Nothing springs to mind.
Well, you better think of something quickly.
Get him.
All right. All right, stop right there. I'm a member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
I think they do, Ray. Yeah, that's him. All right, look, you must have seen a way out of here, Vent.
No vent.
Great.
No grade.
How about a drain?
We're too big, Ray. Boys. I've been looking to do this myself.
I don't care for you. You have to understand something. This man, he has behaved with decency and courtesy. And you've been rude. You have made him feel unwelcome. And that's a shame. Because for what lessens him, lessens us all. Do you understand?
Thank you kindly.
No. Thank you.
Wow. Hey, what book did you give him? Thanks, Lane. I owe you one. And you have my sincerest apologies. My behavior was inexcusable, even though I was right and the accused was found guilty and I was completely exonerated. But enough said.
Thank you, Your Honor. Vecchio, this does not end here.
I should hope not.
Sir, I would like you to know that I've given very serious thought to the matter of a transfer.
And?
While I find the prospect of returning home appealing, I would prefer not to leave at this time. I've come to feel that
You feel that maybe in some small way you have something to offer them.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
This won't take long. The guy will tell the parole board he wants out. The arresting officer, that's me, will tell them that he's an animal. And then they'll put him back in for another year.
Well, if it's a foregone conclusion, why go through the exercise?
Because this is a democracy.
What's making you so edgy today?
What are you talking about edgy? That's me. I always got edge.
It's not every day you check your cell phone instead of your gun. Thank you kindly.
While incarcerated, my client, Mr. Carver, earned a PhD in chemistry. Oh, and a master's in mechanical engineering from Northwestern University.
This is one sick dude.
I'm sure he is.
You can tell he's bad news just by looking at him.
Well, actually, Ray, I think he seems presentable.
This program
How do you know it's bad news?
Because you said it was bad news.
Mr. Carver also helped to reorganize the prison library. Now, he gets full marks in every evaluation as a well-behaved model prisoner. Now, if the word rehabilitation does not apply to my client, then I think maybe we should just remove it from the dictionary.
Charles Carver is a vicious predator who should not be put back on the street.
Predator? His records show only one arrest and conviction for arson.
He's lived with a series of women.
Hardly a crime.
One of whom is missing and the other who is dead. Now, we've never nailed this turkey for any of those...
Excuse me, but Detective Vecchio is completely out of line. My client has never been accused of, never mind arrested, for any other crime.
Detective Vecchio, as the arresting officer, has spent time with this prisoner.
Which produced no further charges. Look, are we going to start incarcerating people based on groundless accusations?
I would like the chance to show Detective Vecchio that I've learned a great deal while in prison, and that he greatly underestimates this turkey.
thanks for driving me by here, Ray. Apparently there was a special request that someone from the Canadian consulate pay a visit.
To a building that hasn't been built yet?
That wasn't mentioned, no.
Who made the request?
I don't know. Perhaps there was some kind of miscommunication. Vecchio. Yeah, all right, I'm all over it. Oh, just got a call. Building up the street.
Inside. I'll make more tea.
Thank you, Connie.
Hey, Maddie, what's going on?
Hey.
We got a call to this address on a 634.2?
Yeah, in the bathroom. Hi.
Hi. Excuse us. Ray, what exactly is the 634.2?
Turkey in the shower?
I didn't see it. It seemed like it sort of grabbed me, and I sort of freaked.
Understandably.
All right, Maddie. If you don't mind, we're going to have to ask you a few questions. Is there anybody in your life who's a practical joker?
No.
Any weirdos or creeps that have a crush on you?
The hours that I work, it's pretty much no guys.
Right. Well, Benny, I guess you're going to want to lick it.
Why's that, Ray?
See where it came from.
Well, it's obvious. It came from a supermarket. It's a standard frozen turkey, self-basting.
Yeah. Looks like we're not going to get any fingerprints out of it.
I think that's unlikely.
No obvious signs of forced entry. You know, Maddie, I'm going to have a team come down and take a look around if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I get sent to this neighborhood by an inauthentic call. Coincidentally, you receive a call that sends you to a nearby apartment, which coincidentally belongs to an assistant state's attorney who attended a parole hearing, during which, coincidentally, you called the prisoner a turkey.
Carver.
So we can arrest him.
For what, assault with poultry?
Very heavy giblets.
Toy bus.
Line 28.
That's the Kenwood bus. Maddie, don't be alone today.
Thank you kindly.
It started with a young woman named Katie Banks. We found her body under a bridge. She'd been living with Carver. She bought him a car, a stereo, and a computer with her family money. And then he shacked up with a woman 15 years older. She ended up dead, but after putting Carver in her will.
And what was the cause of death?
Accidental. At least that's all we could show. This guy is cruel. He gets inside their heads.
So you think it's possible that he drove her to kill herself that made it look like an accident?
It's possible. Then within weeks, he found Helen Harris. Now, Miss Harris was willing to talk to us about the physical and psychological abuse, but she disappeared. And then we got lucky. The building burned down that he had an interest in, and I scoured the scene and I found a heel of a shoe that matched one that I found at his townhouse.
So he slipped up?
The only time. Now, we couldn't get him for what he did to those women, but we were able to put him away for a few years. He was furious, screaming it was a bum rap. It made him nuts that he got caught. Here's our bus.
Kenwood?
You got it.
Nice move.
What the? Go! Accelerator! Stuck! Everybody hang on!
All right, Ray, you know this area?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to find somewhere nice and soft to land in.
In the middle of the city?
I think Goose Down or Shaving Cream.
Shaving cream? You think somebody's gonna have a pile of shaving cream piled up somewhere in the middle of the city?
Brainstorming. Do you have a city map?
There!
I got it here. E4.
All right, we're gonna be coming up into some serious traffic and then a dead end.
Yeah, I see it. Grandin Road. Okay, think Keach.
Sawdust.
Water. Lake Michigan.
Hold on!
run, sir.
Thank you. Now what are we gonna do when we get to the lake?
Keep going.
Okay, take your time. Easy. Watch the water. Easy. That's it. Lori?
Ray!
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Hey, Benny. I'd like you to meet my first partner, Lori Zahler.
Hi.
Geez, I haven't seen you since you quit the force.
Yeah, well, I pretty much stayed away from all the old places. The point was a calmer lifestyle, less excitement.
Do you ride this bus every day?
Every day.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Vecchio.
How did you do, Detective?
Did you figure it out by yourself, or did you get help?
You've blown it this time.
Blown it?
No, Detective. Blowing it is for next time.
Well, I'm not saying I won't accompany you, Ray. I mean, obviously, I am accompanying you. I'm just suggesting that you act with restraint, not out of pure emotion.
If I was acting out of pure emotion, I would just kill the guy. So anything you see short of that is a model of restraint.
Well, I remember that.
Detective Vecchio.
Well, violating your parole within hours of being let out, how smart is that? Endangering the lives of 30 individuals and then calling up to take credit for it, how smart is that? And since you have to register with a parole officer and we're going to know where you are every minute of every day, how smart is that?
Ray.
What's he done to you?
He's tutoring me in chemistry.
Pure torture for some.
It's Avogadro's number, Ray. It's standard in any high school chemistry class.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian.
Mounted Police. Yes, I know. I love the Mounties.
Well, thank you.
Don't be thanking him.
Sorry.
There must be some logical explanation for why you're going around on duty with a Chicago policeman.
Curious, possibly, but logical, no.
A refreshing openness. A quality local law enforcement is sorely lacking. I was arrested and convicted for a crime I didn't commit.
There was physical evidence.
False evidence. Could I have been as stupid as they suggest?
You know, Mr. Carver, even the brightest light bulbs burn out.
Indeed. But is it not possible that your friend here crossed the line and framed an innocent man?
That's enough, Carver.
I hope so. And unless the Chicago Police Department has a problem with the teaching of high school science, Shannon and I have a great deal of material to get through.
Save it for someone who cares.
So we're raiding chemistry classes now, huh, Vecchio? Trying to combat this vicious epidemic of people trying to improve their minds in the city of Chicago.
That wasn't the purpose, sir.
Well, good. So there was a reason for you to upset this law-abiding North Side student.
This guy is dirty, Lieutenant. He's out of control. He's going to hurt somebody.
I think it's time to check around and see who is out of control.
All right, fine. Let's put a watch on him.
All right. I'll put a team on it. But you got to nail him for something a little more serious than giving too much homework.
Detective Vecchio's mobile office.
He available?
Yeah.
A full-bore Carver stakeout. I'm impressed, Detective.
Don't be.
This will make for a very solid Carver alibi, now won't it?
Depends on what you're planning.
You're in your car, aren't you, Detective? I'm surprised you let your timing get out of adjustment like that.
Make your move, pal. Let's get this over with tonight.
Good night socks, good night clocks.
Good night room and good night moon.
Yeah.
When you drive your car this morning, you'll find the timing improved.
When a couple of those belts and hoses were shot, so it just made sense to replace them. Basic stuff. Simple maintenance. You should keep on top of this, Detective.
not even going to say thank you?
Did you notice also the car had been detailed?
You can kiss your parole goodbye, Carver.
Is it against the law to do something nice for someone? Do you want the old hoses put back? And the timing made bad again? Do you like dirt
on the car?
Constable Frazier, Frank Greco is visiting us from the state's attorney's office. He specializes in police officer-related misconduct. So he'd like to ask you a couple of questions about Detective Vecchio.
Detective Vecchio was a fine officer. I have never worked with better. You know how committed he is.
We all know how committed he is. That's what I need to learn more about.
Is that a problem?
He seems to be taking the Carver case very personally.
Well, Carver has made it very personal.
What's your assessment of Detective Vecchio's current frame of mind?
I'm sorry, Detective Vecchio is my colleague and my friend.
Yes?
As a consequence, I really can't participate in this.
That's your election.
Yes, I know. And I elect not to participate. Thank you. Have you seen Detective Vecchio?
Nope, haven't seen him, but feel free to have a seat at his desk.
Thank you.
What is it with you guys? Let that bozo slip right by you. What's that?
It was on your desk.
Put it down. No more games.
Ray, do you know anyone with a boat called Bookham?
Yeah, Will Kelly. He was here before Welsh, retired to fish up on the river.
He's my first supervisor.
Huey, call the sheriff up there. Let's go. Will Kelly was the best. Everybody looked up to him. He was like, I don't know, imagine your dad.
I understand.
For some reason, he thought I could do this job, that I could be really good at it. It's because of him I made detective when I did.
I've heard his name mentioned.
They still quote him today. A good cop is never wet and never hungry. Interrogation is a contact sport. And all suspects are guilty of something.
Let me write that down.
Detective Vecchio, Vince, Corey.
Yeah, how you doing? Ben Frazier.
Hey, that's a smart color for hunting season. Wish I could get everybody else to take the same precautions.
Thank you. Where's Kelly?
Look, I've walked all around this area. Everything seems to be in order.
Where's his boat? It's a rough day to be on the water.
Sure is.
Kelly's boat. Call for help.
Right, if the current brought this in, then upstream.
You got here at the right time, Constable.
Thank you.
It's a good thing you brought this fella along, Ray. He knew right where to look.
I'm sure Detective Vecchio would have made the same determination.
The engine just blew. Must have been a spark in the fuel system.
Or a bomb.
A bomb?
Yeah, you remember Charles Carver? We took him down when you were my supervisor.
Yeah, we sent him up for...
Arson, but we could have had him on those other charges, too. Fraud, possibly homicide.
Yeah, I certainly remember you felt that way, Ray.
Well, he's out on parole. He's going after anybody who had anything to do with this case. It seems he wants the world to think he was framed.
You had him, didn't you, Ray?
Hello?
Francesca Vecchio?
Oh, they're beautiful.
From Ray.
Ray remembered my birthday? You gotta be kidding.
Is there somewhere you'd like me to put these?
Sure.
Right here?
No, let me just grab a trivet. God, they're fabulous.
Well, he must know how lucky he is to have such a pretty girl.
No, Ray's my brother.
And then the flowers from your husband can't be far behind.
I'm not married.
So the little ones...
My sisters. I don't have kids.
Oh.
What a darling face.
Hey, darling.
You take her out for a breath of air?
Yeah, well, her mom's gonna take her down to see the clown by the lake if it doesn't get too cold.
Let's hope the weather holds. Bye now.
Say bye. Bye.
Very stop.
You gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be 100,000 of those in Chicago. Vecchio.
Ray, what got into you? That was so incredibly sweet.
What are you talking about?
The flowers you sent.
Trying to get everybody in. Ma, Maria, the kids were on their way.
Maria's out with the baby.
It's not people related to the bus that he's after. It's people related to me.
Don't miss that one. What's the magic word, boys and girls? Oh, that's right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. It's a little doggy. You like the doggy? Look what I can do.
Excuse me.
Can I help you? Hey,
Pardon me? Excuse me.
Hey!
Sorry, that.
Juliet! Hey! What are you looking for?
Excuse me.
Get away from here! Hey! What the? Hey, hey!
All right, good. Phone works. Now listen, don't call me, all right? Ma, don't call me. I'll check in with you every hour, all right? All right. Be careful.
Bye.
You should be with them.
I can't leave work, Ray.
Well, you can't stay here either.
Welcome home, Benson. I hope you like lasagna. So, how was your day?
Fine, thanks.
Well, why don't you come over here and wash up? Go ahead. You know, it's going to take me a while to get it just how you like it.
It's delicious.
You haven't tried it yet.
Mmm.
Really? You know, because I just think it's very important that we be honest with each other right from the start.
It's perfect.
Oh, good. You know, you're always honest. I know that. But you're always polite, too. So sometimes I can't know if you're being honest or, you know, you're being polite. If I babble too much, you have to tell me.
No. No, I mean, yes. Yes, I will. But no. Keep talking.
Okay. So, what are we gonna talk about tonight?
Anything you'd like.
When I'm with my friends, my girlfriends, we talk about, you know, skincare products and things like that. But,
That sounds interesting.
no. I read enough magazines to know that, you know, with each guy, you talk about what he's interested in.
I see.
So, how about that Iditarod, huh?
Which Iditarod?
Come on, Franny, pick up. Fraser, why don't you have a phone?
This is so nice. So different from home. I mean, we're halfway through dinner and you haven't even yelled once yet.
Well, no.
I could really get used to this politeness stuff. You know, sometimes I think it would actually be better if married people treated each other like strangers.
Well, that may be. But it doesn't follow, therefore, that strangers would be better off if they treated each other as if they were married.
I love it when you're logical.
You're pretty much gonna like anything I say, aren't you?
Anything. You know, Frage, since skincare products are an area that I'm familiar with, I did manage to get rid of that harsh, melty issue soap you were using.
I didn't realize it was harsh.
Oh, yeah. In our climate, that really dries out your skin.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you have to end up buying like 2 different kinds of moisturizers to compensate for the dryness and the pollution in the air. And then
I smell something burning.
Oh my God, the Perzulin.
No, it's not that. Downstairs.
The elevator's stuck! I'll have you out in a second.
I called it in.
Hey.
You're leaving town. Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Okay, we found these and this, a sophisticated incendiary device.
Vecchio, it was a fire. Let arson handle it. What'd you find?
Everything you asked for.
And?
Well, when you read these old Carver files, it really seems that the prosecution's case was pretty thin. There was no record of any previous criminal activity. It was a very tenuous motive.
And yet the jury found him guilty.
Well, it all came down to that missing heel from Carver's shoe that Ray found at the scene. I mean, that and the intensity of Ray's testimony.
Now, Ray found the heel after the arson investigators had been over the scene?
Yes, but we were able to explain that because the investigators had been called away. I mean, they hadn't really completed their investigation. So it was possible that they could have missed it.
You don't sound entirely convinced.
He's your friend.
Yes.
You work with him?
Yes.
Oh, did you ever see him knock down a door without a warrant? Rough up a suspect a little too much?
Are you suggesting he stepped over the line?
I don't know, Benton. I just remember that he was so worked up over this case. At the time, it just seemed like a situation of someone going the extra mile. You know, real crackerjack police work.
Hey, Angie. Hi, Elaine. Are you here to see Ray?
No.
Is this place all right? I wasn't sure when you said you wanted to talk.
No, it seems perfectly fine.
Good. You know, we could have a drink. Doesn't have to be just business.
No. Yes. I mean, well, actually, the fact of the matter is I do have some questions I'd like to ask you.
About Ray?
Yes, about Ray. You were Ray's partner when you left the force, weren't you?
I was sick of police work. The lousy hours, bad food, the scuzzy people that you meet.
Such as Charles Carver.
Yeah, he was one of the scuzziest.
And you left shortly after the Carver case, didn't you? Now, was that because of Carver or was it because of Ray?
Ray was pretty intense back then. That put a lot of people off, but I liked him. He really cared.
I mean, you cared as well, obviously. You were partners. You went back to the crime scene and found the heel that matched Carver's shoe.
Actually, I didn't. We had put in an 18-hour day. We were off the clock, and Kelly sent me home to crash. Ray went back to have one last look around.
So Ray was all alone when he found the heel?
Carver didn't just study chemistry and stir. Condition of parole, we have access to his living quarters. The guys found that.
Clippings of the cases you worked on. Page from your high school yearbook. Most likely to wind up behind bars.
Oh, that's not you. That's Vincenzo.
Yeah, he's got a book on me, but that still doesn't explain why he's always one step ahead of us. He seems to know just what we're thinking and where we're going.
And yet we haven't revealed anything to him.
Maybe took my car. Vecchio.
I would have thought you would have figured out there was a bug in your car before this.
Carver.
Don't get off your game, detective. You'll make this too easy. And that won't be any fun at all.
Ask him how the heel on his shoe came loose.
The heel on my shoe wasn't loose.
Says it wasn't loose.
He heard the question.
There's another bug.
Lieutenant Kelly? Detective Huey. Eileen Vespers?
Hi, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Go on inside.
It has to have been close enough to the passenger compartment so he could have heard us.
Without being drowned out by the engine noise.
Is this another toy?
No, not just a toy. It's a 1971 Buick Riviera. It's my car.
Well, it's not your car, Ray. Your car's green.
Yeah, well, maybe he couldn't find a green one. It's still obvious. He's saying I'm going to have an accident.
Well, possibly, but look at the way this has been crushed, flattened almost, as though someone had stepped on it.
Right.
Well, very few accidents cause this, where a vehicle is flattened from the top. And there are a lot of accidents you could cause, but to cause this would be extremely difficult.
So what are you saying? He's not threatening an accident?
I don't know.
You know, Benny, puzzles and riddles, I was never good at any of this stuff.
What are you saying, Ray? You solve puzzles all the time.
Yeah, well, not like this. This is like those problems in school, you know, those logic problems where a train leaves Dayton at 2 p.m. traveling 60 miles an hour, and another train leaves Akron at 1 p.m. traveling at 40 miles an hour. At what time do they intersect? The only answer I ever could come up was I don't care.
It's a fine answer. And you're doing fine, Ray.
Oh, I'm not doing fine. You know, he's wreaking havoc, he's blowing up bombs, he's lighting fires, and I'm not even this close to stopping him.
Ray, no one has been hurt.
Not yet. You know, it's like I'm playing this weird game and I don't even know the rules.
You're figuring them out.
Yeah. But he's got me completely figured out. I'm not up to this, Benny.
Vecchio, I need to see you. Alone. You know Frank Greco from the State's Attorney's Office?
I do.
And of course you know our friends from Internal Affairs. Frank investigates officer malfeasance.
I don't believe this.
Ray, this isn't easy for me.
This isn't about now, Detective. This is about 8 years ago. The original Charles Carver bust.
What about it?
It's looking bad, Vecchio. The shoe with the missing heel hadn't been worn without the heel, as it would have been if someone were running from the scene of a crime. So the heel was removed from the shoe when it was indoors. The evidence was planted.
You're just discovering this now?
We've been asking some questions that should have been asked then but weren't, in the rush to judgment. And we've been talking to some people that should have been talked to then but weren't.
Like who?
Other investigators, attorneys.
My ex-wife. Look, don't you guys see what's happening here? He's doing this. He's got you focusing on the old case so that you're distracted and you're slowed down. We got to move on this thing now.
This time, Detective, we're not going to be rushed into making a mistake.
You see, Constable, when you're angling for the big one, you need determination and you need patience. Ray had determination.
What about patience?
Patience wasn't his long suit. Look, you've got to understand, Carver was dirty.
Dirty enough so a policeman would want to plant evidence? The arson investigators had combed that scene.
They didn't look under every charred timber.
So the heel was hidden?
It wasn't that well hidden. Ray found it. And we sent away a very bad guy. More than that, nobody needs to know.
Detective Vecchio, you were still with your ex-wife at the time of Carver's arrest, huh?
Yeah.
She said she saw the heel, what turned out to be the heel of Carver's shoe, at your home.
She might have.
You had it at your home?
Look, I had it on my possession from the time I left that crime scene until I booked it in at the station.
And you stopped there right about lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
Something that you were in the habit of doing?
No.
Would you say you've done it often, occasionally, rarely?
I've never done it before. Look, me and my wife, we were having some problems, okay? Our marriage wasn't going too well. We had a fight that morning, and I just stopped home around lunchtime to smooth things over.
So is it fair to say, Detective Vecchio, that you were emotionally upset at the time?
Hey.
Hey.
Listen, is it going to be okay?
Well, at this point, we don't know.
I'm sorry, Ray. They were asking me questions. I had to tell them.
You did right.
Listen, I told them that I thought you were more committed to catching bad guys than anyone I knew on the force.
You told them that?
Yeah, I did. Shouldn't I have?
Well, it's not that. They think that maybe I was too committed. They think I planted evidence.
Yeah, the heel of the shoe.
Yeah.
Listen, Ray, God, every cop in the district wanted that squirrel off the streets. I mean, he was creepy. He was doing weird things. But, you know, it seemed like, if you could do something that could get him off the street, that wasn't going to hurt anyone, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
What are you saying, Ange? Did I plan it to heel?
Well, it's kind of weird, Ray. A guy that careful leaving a heel like that. And you're coming home, carrying it in your pocket.
Do you really think I would do something like that?
I think you wanted him off the streets. I think you were right.
Take it easy, Ange.
Great.
Dave?
Another one? I'll call the consulate.
He won't be there.
Then I'll go by his place.
He won't be there either.
You you know where he is?
No. I'm supposed to figure it out.
Hang in there, Benny. I'll have you untied in a second.
Stuck. Your assessment.
Sucks.
That's valid. Listen, Ray, I've come to the conclusion that heel was planted.
Not you too.
Yes. I mean, the arson investigators have been all over that scene.
Yeah, but not thoroughly.
Still, they should have seen it, since it wasn't entirely hidden in the debris.
How do you know it wasn't entirely hidden?
Well, I was told. All suspects are guilty of something.
Kelly.
That's right. He was the one who sent your partner Lori home early. He was also the one who told you to go back for one last look around.
I wanted Carver so bad, I didn't question.
Could have nailed him clean.
There was no evidence, Ray.
There's always evidence. I was new, Benny. I hadn't made detective.
But I can nail him now. Found Helen Harris.
The woman Carver lived with, the one who disappeared?
Yeah.
I see. You didn't find Helen Harris.
I found Helen Harris living in Maryland. She's ready to tell the whole crummy story about how you treated her and those other women.
She's lying.
I don't think so.
Whoever you spoke to wasn't Helen Harris.
5'6", brown hair, walks with a limp, says you're a reptile.
This is a setup. It's Kelly again, or Welsh, or Fraser here.
Sorry, pal. You shouldn't have let this one get away.
I did not let her get away.
You should have killed her.
I did kill her.
You don't know how happy I am to hear you say that.
Okay, well, you've heard it, so what?
What if he wasn't the only one to hear it?
What if Lieutenant Welsh heard it?
And what if Assistant State's Attorneys Carnes and Greco heard it? That's very good, Ray.
You're not the only one who knows how to plant a bug, Charlie. You really didn't expect me to play this game by your rules, did you?
You knew Carver wanted to hear you panic?
Yeah.
So you knew the car was bugged?
Absolutely.
Very clever, Ray.
Oh, thank you, Benny.
I just have one question.
What's that?
Well, I have to meet the trade minister who's coming in by train from Waukegan tonight. Now, if the train is traveling at, say, an average of 100 kilometers an hour...
62 miles per hour.
0.14. And if I'm traveling at 100 kilometers an hour, where would the most logical place for us to intersect be?
Who cares?
It's a fine answer.
the sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
You know, I have to do this every 2 years and I still get the jitters.
Trust your own judgment, Ray. Be honest with them.
This is a psych review, Benny, not a confessional. Now, if you tell them what's really on your mind, you're going to spend the rest of your career filling out traffic reports. Now, if I say mother to you, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Father.
Brother.
Sister.
Okay, that's good because it's the easy ones they can trip you up on. Mother, father, brother, sister. Mother, father, brother, sister. Mother,
Ray, these
father,
people
brother,
are
sister.
professional. Don't they know if you've rehearsed your answers?
Ah, they may suspect, but they won't be able to prove it. Now, I go in there unprepared and they say brother and I say naked. I'm going to be explaining myself away for the next 2 weeks.
You'd say naked?
Oh, I'm talking hypothetically.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ray. It just sounded as though you were drawing upon personal experience.
Well, you know, me and my brother, we used to take baths together when we were younger, but what's wrong with that?
Well, nothing. Just seemed like an odd response.
You see, even you're reading stuff into this. You say something innocent like that, and the next thing you know, they're trying to convince you to have dreams of seeing your mother naked.
You had dreams of your mother naked?
I said brother.
You said mother.
I know what I said. I said brother. It's my dream. I should know who's in it.
Well, how long have you been having this dream?
There is no dream. I made it up.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't mean anything, Ray.
All staff on 5th floor unit. Emergency.
How did he get out of the ward?
I don't know.
Jumper.
What's his name?
He's a John Doe. Come on.
Hi. How are we doing today?
I can't find him.
Who's that?
Oh, man, I gotta stop him. He's really gonna hurt himself.
Well, there's no one else out here.
Yes, there is. I saw him. He was out here. I saw him out here.
Well, maybe I can help.
Don't go near him, Benny. He'll take you down with him.
Oh, how? How are you gonna help?
Well, I'm a Mountie.
A Mountie? Yeah, you don't look like a Mountie.
Well, you know, the red uniform, it's really mostly for special occasions. Although they seem to insist that I wear mine more than...
You always get your man, then.
You know, that's a popular misconception. It really isn't our motto. It was invented by a writer of an early black and white movie. Our actual motto is maintain the right, which admittedly may not be as... yes. Yes, we do often get our man.
Okay. He told me to meet him at the house. He wasn't there. And it's not my fault that I was late, because I missed the bridge.
No, that can happen.
That's right. So you know where he is?
Why don't you just tell him what he wants to hear?
No, I don't.
Well, then I am too late.
He's down there. He's down there, isn't he?
No, he's inside. I saw him inside.
You saw Ty?
Yes.
Where the hell's the doctor? They never around?
Get you back to your ward, okay, bud? Where is he? Where is Ty? Hey, he's not here. Hey, where is Ty?
I'm sorry.
Hey, you lied to me.
But he's not here. You lied to me. Why did you lie to me? Look, you gotta stop him for me. You gotta find him for me, please. What are you gonna do, huh?
Find Ty.
Oh, come on, Frazier. He said he was looking for Ty. For all we know, he could be looking for an article of clothing.
Well, we start with what we know, Ray. We know from Elaine that John Doe was taken to the hospital after having been turned in by a bus driver.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
It's been almost that long since I was behind the wheel. You remember him? Hard to forget, poor guy. Rode my bus for weeks. Kept wanting me to take him to some house.
Did you always drive the same route?
Route number 9. Never understood what he meant, though. Seemed harmless enough. He in some kind of trouble?
No.
Yes. What did he do? Just ride it, one into the other, looking out the window. I never made him pay. It didn't seem quite right, seeing as I was never actually taking him anywhere. Anyway, my shift ends, and he wouldn't get off. I kept saying I had to take him there now. I reached over to take his arm, and he took a swing at me. He wouldn't get off no matter what. What can I do? I called the cops.
Well, we don't have a record of any charges filed.
Nah, I didn't have the heart to lock him up. Cops said they'd take him to the psych ward for 72 hours, check him out. I figured a couple, 3 days with some doctors would probably do him some good.
Well, he's been in there ever since. No ID, no name, no home, and possibly violent. He's one of the few that didn't dump back on the streets.
Jeez.
Do you remember where he wanted to go?
No, I don't know. Mark's house, Marty's house. It's been 5 years.
Well, we appreciate your time.
Listen, fellas, if I knew they were locking up, I never would have made that call, you know? I mean, I might have just... Mike's house. I said you wanted to go to Mike's house. I can't believe I remembered that. Human mind. Pretty wild thing, huh?
Yes, it is.
Why are you doing this to me, Frazier?
Well, I told him I'd help.
You tell that to everybody.
So what are we gonna do? Sit on this bus until Ty gets on?
You know, I looked into that man's eyes when I was on that ledge, Ray. I saw a man who was lost. You can lose your job, you can lose your home, and it can be devastating. But if you lose yourself, you have nothing.
Frazier, the guy was looking for Mike's house on a bus that travels a 12-mile circuit. Do you have any idea how many Mikes live on this bus route? No, and neither do I, neither does anybody.
We're on the wrong bus.
This is the number 9.
Well, he couldn't find the house again because he was on the wrong bus. He needed to make a transfer.
Oh, is that what it says there? Transfer here to Mike's house?
No. He told us. He said he was late because he missed the bridge.
Okay, let's say he transferred here. 7 bus routes pass over this bridge. How are we going to know which bus he took?
Excuse me, can you take us to Mike's house, please?
Don't you think you're being a wee bit desperate?
Well, since he asked the bus driver to take him to Mike's house, he must have had reason to think that the bus driver knew where Mike's house was.
Frazier, there's a guy in my corner who asks me every morning if I've seen God. Do you think he really expects me to point him out?
Well, you know, if you did, Ray, perhaps he'd stop asking. Excuse me, can you take us to Mike's house, please? He didn't seem to know where it was. Ah, here comes another one. Well, it did take 7 tries, Ray.
I'm telling you, the guy's taking us for a ride. He has no idea where Mike's house is. He's probably going to drop us off in the middle of nowhere and laugh himself sick all the way back downtown.
I wonder what Ty was doing that Mr. Doe felt he needed to stop.
Frazier, the guy's insane. He could be talking about Ty Cobb or Ty Babylonia. Maybe he wants her to stop figure skating, which, by the way, I prefer all men to stop doing immediately.
This is your stop. Around the corner, first house on the right. You can't miss it.
Thank you kindly.
Yep, I can hear him laughing already. What did I tell you? Stop! Stop! Police! Stop! Police! Stop! Lost this guy for something.
What's the problem?
There's nothing there, Chuckles.
They must have moved. Explains why nobody's asked to go there in years.
Do you know where Mike is?
I think he was killed in the 14th century.
Oh, great. So at least we got a murder investigation on our hands.
Sit down, sit down. I'll take you to the church.
St. Michael's halfway house for troubled juveniles. I thought that a little stuffy. Apparently so did the rest of the kids. Now they just call it Mike's house. The first one burnt down about 4 years ago. We couldn't afford to rebuild. So we just rented a place and opened up again. Too many of our young people are turning to crime. We tried to subtly put a little bit of spirituality back into them. If they don't see it coming, they may not know it happened. I just wish it had happened for time.
Was he a bad kid?
No, just took to drugs. Showed great promise. Natural athlete. Look after his brother Walter. Now, Walter made All City. Now, there was a nice boy.
Man? Ray?
You know him?
Yes. Do you know where we could find Ty?
He died about 5 years ago.
I'm sorry. Well, thank you, Father. You've been a great help.
You're welcome.
Oh, so how did he die?
Suicide. Climbed out on the ledge of his apartment. Jumped. Walter took it very hard. Blamed himself.
He was late.
Yes. Got home from work a few minutes after it happened. Poor lad, I haven't seen him in years. Hope he's doing well. If you see him, tell him to drop by.
I will. Thank you, Father.
God bless.
So what are you going to tell him? Well, I don't know if he'll hear it, but I owe him the truth. And his brother died 5 years ago, and there never was anyone on that ledge. This concrete is white.
Oh, it's the color we like to use for sidewalks in America.
You know, the Inuit have 60 words to describe snow, Ray. 1/3 of them concern the color.
Eskimos don't have a lot to do in the winter, huh?
You compare this patch with the rest, I think you'll discover this area has been bleached. And recently. Someone was on that ledge, Ray. And they ended up here.
Just let it go, okay? Frazier, his brother killed himself and then he went nuts. Now, I feel for the guy, but overly clean cement is not enough evidence
I think he saw someone on that ledge, Ray. The similarity between the incidents made him believe that it was his brother.
This guy is crazy.
Delusional people don't simply make things up.
Yes, they do. That's the unique quality that makes them delusional.
No, what I mean is that their delusions are usually grounded in something drawn from the real world. They may be distorted, they may be exaggerated, they may be juggled, they may be romanticized.
All right. If somebody jumped, where's the body?
Well, I'm sure it'll show up.
Vecchio, they just fished a body out of the Chicago River near Michigan. Lieutenant says he'll meet you down there.
On the way. Look, that doesn't prove anything, okay? Bodies turn up every day in this city.
No, I'm sure that's the case.
Oh, all right. What's your theory? The guy jumped from the 5th floor of the hospital, caught a thermal updraft, and flew to 16 blocks to the river?
Well, that's just silly, Ray. It's a joke.
Morning, Detective.
Morning, Lieutenant.
You know, I was trying to figure out why I missed you so much yesterday afternoon. Then I realized you weren't there. Now, perhaps you could explain, Detective, how an entire working day could go by without you doing any actual police work.
Missing person, sir.
Who?
Ty.
Ty?
Yes, sir.
Babylonia?
No, sir.
It's too bad. We don't see enough of her anymore.
No, we don't, sir.
You are aware we have a naked corpse over there?
Yes, I am, sir. Oh, I'll go check that out, sir.
Good thinking.
Got a cause of death?
You want to know before tomorrow? Talk to a gypsy.
All right, look, just do me a favor. You see the Mountie over there? Tell him the guy drowned.
Forget it.
Come on, there's no law against lying to Canadians. I'd owe you one.
Like you'd ever have something I'd want.
It would appear he was dead before he hit the water.
You haven't even looked at the body yet.
Morning, Dr. Pearson. Am I right?
The ice maiden ain't talking.
You're right.
Now, look, I'm saying that he jumped off the bridge and died in impact.
Although I doubt he would have taken off his clothes before jumping. Multiple fractures, 20, 21, possibly 23 broken bones.
You hit water from high enough, it's like landing on pavement.
By high enough, you mean...
A lot higher than that bridge.
And if he did land on concrete?
Maybe 50 feet?
5 stories. It's the exact height of that ledge. Thank you. Diefenbaker. Diefenbaker, come. I'm terribly sorry about this, but you see, in the village where he grew up, there were very few people with blonde hair. And as a result, ever since we've come to Chicago, he's been, how shall I put this, transfixed. Anyway, that's not the problem. The problem is that he has a tendency to take advantage of situations. You cannot expect her to give you a lift home just because the others did. Dr. Pearson is a very busy person.
Oh, no, I'd be glad to.
Although it's very kind of you, but you see, that would play right into his tendency to manipulate.
It's no problem.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pearson.
Esther.
Esther Pearson? You wouldn't in any way be related to... No, of course you wouldn't. Thank you kindly. Ray, whoever dumped that body didn't want us to know who he was or where he came from.
Oh, Fraser, I'm begging you, please.
There's something going on inside that hospital, Ray.
You're crazy.
That's a good idea.
So you're a Mountie, are you?
Constable, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, yes.
Here in Chicago.
Well, you see, I used to live in the Yukon, but I uncovered a plot that involved drowning caribou, and then some men who were dressed in white came after me with homicidal intentions. It's a rather long story. It takes exactly 2 hours to tell, but the upshot of it is that I was sent here. I think I embarrassed some people in the government.
Do you have anyone who can vouch for you here?
Well, yes, there's my wolf. Although I'm not sure he would vouch for me. If you know anything about lupine behavior, you know how moody they are, and on top of that, he's deaf.
Name?
I'd rather not say.
I couldn't stop him. I should have been there.
John, you couldn't stop something from happening that didn't happen.
No. He was there. You know, I saw him out there.
John, do you remember when you first came here? Do you remember what you said?
See, I think I gotta do something.
This is your file, John. Take a look at it. You see what it says there? It says you were looking for Ty and you wanted to stop him.
Yes, but you see, I saw him, it was yesterday. I saw him yesterday.
Look at the file, John. That was 5 years ago. He couldn't have been out there, not yesterday, not the day before.
Very clear.
You've been getting a lot better lately, Johnny. A lot better, you know that? You don't want to go back to the way you were, I know that.
I know. No, I really don't.
So, what did you say on the ledge?
Nothing.
You're doing just fine.
Is he in the test group?
I think. Yes. We won't have any problems with him. Our problem is with your drug. 5 suicides now. That's totally unacceptable in a sample of 50.
45 patients with marked improvement. I prefer to see the glasses half full.
You think this is a joke?
No. Well, what I think is that you are overreacting.
Overreacting? We have a body dumped in the river and how the hell did I let this happen?
How many manic depressives are in this country?
I don't want to hear this speech again.
You know as well as I do that nothing, not a drug out there can help them as much as this one has helped those people in there.
What? It's killing them, for God's sakes. 5 people have taken their lives.
5 people who had suicidal tendencies before you ever put them on this drug. You know that. There is nothing in the material that links 80-40
Oh, come on, we're
with...
writing the material, and we keep sanitizing it. Every death is just swept under the rug.
The trials will be over soon. In 2 weeks, we'll go to the FDA. It'll be out of your hands.
Sure, it'll go on to kill how many more people?
You know damn well that even if they approve it tomorrow, this thing won't hit the market for another 2 years, and by then, we'll reduce the risk factor to acceptable levels. But if we have to start over again, my company can't afford another 5 years of testing. We'll go under. And with us will go a drug that could have done a hell of a lot of people a hell of a lot of good. And your stock won't be worth a damn thing. Who knows about the jumper?
Just one of the psychiatric assistants.
Danny? Yeah. Well, he's a good man. I'll take care of him. Okay, he was a John Doe, right?
Yes.
Then find another one. Give him the same patient number. 50 patients need to come through this test, Will. 50 living patients. It's only 2 more weeks. You find me a John Doe.
Here and they'll give you your medicine.
Thank you kindly.
Now you behave and we're gonna get along just fine. You act up and we're gonna have to take away your privileges.
What privileges might those be?
You wanna keep wearing that hat?
I'd prefer to.
Then you be a good boy and take all your medicine.
So I shall.
Don't take your feet off the ground.
Okay.
You take your feet off the ground, they can kill you.
Really?
They've been trying to kill me for years. But I sleep with my feet on the ground. Rubber soles. They insulate against electricity.
You're absolutely correct.
I know.
Hi.
Hi. You're the guy from the ledge.
Yes. But I would prefer that no one else knew.
So you're a patient here?
I was admitted for evaluation.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Who was it you saw on that ledge? You'd rather not talk about it?
Listen, you just got here, okay, so you don't know anything, believe me. I've been here a long time, man. I just want to get better and get out.
Are you?
All right, what?
Getting better.
It doesn't matter what I think.
I would have thought that's the only thing that matters.
Don't worry about him. Doesn't know what he knows.
Yeah, you don't look like Winston.
Well, I'm not.
You're on his spot. That is Winston's spot.
What happened to Winston?
He wouldn't tell them his name. They killed him.
Took his feet off the ground.
You stand in his spot. They take you to the blue room.
There's no blue room. But don't listen to me. I don't know what I know.
Actually, I don't know what I know neither.
Shuffle.
Oh, right.
Here you go, John. There, that's it. Hi. Who are you?
I'd rather not say.
It's John Doe.
No, there must be a mistake here.
No. It's right here. Number 36.
Nobody tells me anything.
Can you tell me where the blue room is?
Oh, sorry, there's no blue rooms on this ward. Only beige. It's supposed to be calming.
Yo, whoa. Drink your water. The whole thing.
friend, the Ice Maiden, finally served up an autopsy report in the John Doe by the river.
Cause of that?
He was struck by a blunt object, probably a sidewalk. And the pharmacology report turned up something interesting in his system. The ME called it some kind of MAO inhibitor. No buzz, so no street value.
Prescription?
FDA has no record of it, completely unregistered.
I think I know what it is.
Oh, how long has that been in there?
2.5 hours.
Don't those things dissolve?
The key is to control your saliva ducts. They've been giving this to every patient on the ward.
All right, here, just put it in there. I'll check it out. Oh, so how's the food?
Hi. How are we doing today?
Some days are better than others.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know how long you've been in here?
I'm insane, not stupid.
Sorry.
Yeah, today I know.
Can we talk about Ty? What was Winston like?
Quiet. He never talked. Paranoid.
Oh. So what happened to him?
Why are you asking us all these things?
You're here. You see things.
I know where it is.
What's that?
Kramer, he went to the Blue Room.
You don't know anything.
So where's Kramer then?
Don't go to the Blue Room.
Is that where Winston went?
I told him not to take his feet off the floor.
There is no Blue Room.
What do you know? You're delusional.
Can you show me where it is?
You believe me?
Yes.
You're scaring me.
I'll go with you. Come on, come on. Feet on the floor.
Right.
You guys are wasting your time.
This is the Blue Room?
Come here, come here.
This is it?
That's right.
The Blue Room?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't ever go in there. Unless you really have to.
Which way did they go? North by northwest.
What was that all about?
I think they're tracking something.
Hello?
Well, keep an eye on the new one, will you? Could be dangerous.
The Blue Room.
Yeah, this is the Blue Room.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on in. Now, one of the patients said something, and I was just trying to remember where I heard it. My father used to quote it. It's from Hamlet. I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know the difference between a hawk and a handsaw.
You're not helping them, you know.
People see things. Sometimes they do, but that doesn't mean that they're real. That doesn't mean that it happened.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Quite often I see things that nobody else seems to.
Well, that's why you're here.
Yes, I suppose so. It's a curious thing, reality, isn't it?
Yep.
So much of the time it just seems to be a matter of what you believe. If a lot of people believe in something, then that becomes reality, at least for them. And then some people find it easier to make a new reality, especially if the truth is too painful. But I think you know that, don't you, Walter?
That who I am?
No, that's just your name, Walter Sparks. But I don't need to know your name to know who you are.
Well, I'm not who you think I am.
It wasn't your fault.
Yes, it was. I was late.
Ty made his own decision.
Yeah, sometimes that's clear. Sometimes it is, but sometimes I think, it probably would have been easier if I'd killed myself.
Maybe it would have been. You know, my mother died when I was very young. I don't remember a lot about that time except my father's beard. I don't remember him crying or talking about her. I just woke up one morning and I noticed he had a beard. And it kept getting longer and longer, and he got thinner and he stopped going to work. My mother died, and my father stopped living. And then one morning I woke up and there was a breakfast waiting for me at the table. So oatmeal and sliced banana. And he was clean shaven. And he was crying.
Well, your dad was a very strong man.
He just woke up, and the wind was from the south. And he found he still knew the difference between a hawk and a handsaw.
Visiting room's being painted. You can meet in here.
Got the lab results back on those pills. You were right. It's the same drug.
They must be conducting clinical tests here. The man you pulled out of the river, his name was Winston. The drug was connected to his death, and I think they're covering it up in order to falsify test results. Now, what I haven't been able to figure out is where the blue room is. Somehow it's associated with the deaths.
Okay, only one problem with your theory. The lab says no way the drug is lethal. Worst case, it may cause some depression.
I didn't listen to what they were telling me. Well, I did, but I listened with my eyeballs.
You know, you're really beginning to scare me.
You know, Ray, all communication is a code of one kind or another if you don't understand the language. Well, it makes no sense. They weren't talking about the color blue. They were talking about the emotion. The drug causes depression. They went into the blue room. They killed themselves.
Okay, I'll be back in 20 with a warrant.
Ray, who did you tell you were coming here?
Oh, nobody. Why?
I misunderstood the question. I told everybody I know. I told the state's attorney, I told the sheriff, I even told my mother.
Another John Doe? All right.
I don't think they're really painting the visiting room, Frazier.
Will you take a look at this room? Looks like something out of the Dark Ages. They're probably gonna give us shock treatment. I don't react well to shock treatment.
Calm down, Ray. They're not gonna do anything like that. They're gonna kill us.
Yeah, well, to most people, those would be contradictory thoughts.
He's a real Mountie, and his pal's a real cop. Yes, they're under control. No, I'm not going to do that. Covering up suicides I can somehow rationalize, but not murder, no. You have to think of something else. Yes? I'll be waiting.
Coward.
It would appear to be a soundproof room.
You got a better plan?
Yes. Relax.
That's a plan?
The more you struggle, Ray, the tighter it becomes. All you have to do is relax completely. Dislocate your shoulder and pull your arm out of the sleeve.
Yeah, or you can let me out.
Oh, yeah, that would work too. Hang on 1 second. Deadbolt, keyless entry, sealed frame, hinged from the outside.
There's no windows in the sealed door. You might as well just leave my straitjacket on.
Well, if something got in with the door being locked, we should be able to get outside.
Oh, did something get in?
Yes. Air. In spite of being in a hermetically sealed room, we haven't suffocated.
You know, there's only one problem with that. We're a lot bigger than air.
Air's flowing through the padding. I sharpened my buckle.
You anticipated cutting your way out of a rubber room?
You got to learn to finish what you started, Martins.
Bolted shut.
Well, Archimedes said, give me a fulcrum and a lever long enough, and I can move the world.
I want nothing to do with this.
You're in, Doc. The appropriate time to have a battle with your conscience has long since passed you by.
Why do I always have to be the fulcrum?
Stop moving, Ray. You're dispersing the energy.
They were here. They were locked in.
Where does that go?
Frazier, I don't think this is the way out of here.
They'll discover we're missing in a matter of minutes, maybe less. By the time we got back with a warrant, there'd be no evidence left to seize. Come on.
If you open your eyes, you wouldn't miss the keyboard.
Well, though I saw the nurse type in the password, I didn't actually see it.
Watching with your ears, were you?
Well, yes, you see, each finger applies a different pressure to the key, so each sounds slightly different. Of course, that varies from person to person.
Well, what did this one sound like?
Something like the tune to I've Been Working on the Railroad.
Access denied.
Access denied. Access denied.
Last chance, Dinah. Perhaps it was the refrain. It was Dinah, blow your horn.
Security says they haven't left the building. I had them post an extra man on each exit.
Okay, we got this.
All right, people, back in your rooms.
Which way are they going? I know,
Hey, what's going on? They're not here. Who are you looking for?
No one.
All right, that's the last of them. All 5 of the deceased in the medical histories.
Good, now we can get out of here if we can.
Oh, maybe not.
You boys just got yourselves a trip to the Blue Room.
Don't worry. All right, people, step aside.
There's a lot of other people who get hurt here.
All right, come on, step aside, people, step aside. Now, nothing's happening here. Nothing's happening here. Get back to your beds.
Hey, I'm a cop. Do something.
Back to your beds.
They want to kill us.
Me too.
Come on, do something.
I'm confused, Ray. Back to your beds. All right, step aside, people. Where are you taking them? Nowhere, now just step aside.
No, you're taking them somewhere.
Look, nothing is happening here. Now you're getting better, John. Don't start imagining things again. Trust me.
Trust what you see, Walter.
Do you really want to spend the rest of your life in here? All right, come on, people. Back to your bed.
Not past us. All right, south hallway, farmer and an orderly. Check all the offices here.
Don't come out here. Not unless you want them scraping us both off the pavement.
Am I wearing a funny hat? Do I look like a Mountie? Jump, what do I care?
I have a medical degree, officer. Your high school reverse psychology isn't going to work on me.
What psychology? I ain't going out on that ledge.
Goodbye, detective.
Okay, I'm coming out. Don't jump.
Sorry.
Frazier! Just 1 second.
Fact is, detective, that I know what I did, and I know it's going to happen to me.
You know your Shakespeare, Doctor?
I don't get much chance to read.
Well, you will. Ray, you want to give me a hand here? I'm coming.
He's finishing up. You can go on down.
Thank you, Father.
Vecchio, huh? You Catholic?
Father Behan says this place has never been so clean.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit compulsive.
How are you?
Good. I'm doing okay. I miss Ty. I think for the first time I really miss Ty.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's good. In a funny way, it means I kind of have him back again. I'd rather miss him than forget him, anyway.
Highwind's northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going.